Hello and welcome to a guidance session brought to you by the Student Support Services Division. This will be a two-part session. The theme will be adapting to changing situations and responsibilities. Today we will start with topic 1, coping with change. Reminders. Read each slide carefully. Listen carefully as well. Take a break when necessary. Remember to come right back. Where there are links provided, double-click to follow the link. What will we be doing today? Let's take a look. 1. Today we will explore changes caused by traumatic situations. Number 2, we will also explore coping strategies you can practice to cope with the negative impacts or effects of change. Things you will need for this session include a speaker or headphones, paper, and a pencil. Let's start with an activity. Instructions. Look at the two pictures carefully and find the 6 changes among the animals. There's picture 1 and picture 2. If you are unable to find all 6 changes, find as many as you can and move on to the next slide. If you were able to find all 6 changes, congratulations. Take a short while and look at the answers before moving to the next slide. Our topic for today is coping with change. Have you ever experienced a change? And what was it? Take some time to think about it and write it down using your paper and pencil. What can cause change? Today, we will focus on changes caused by traumatic experiences such as a death in the family, the COVID-19 outbreak, or a natural disaster such as flooding. I want you now, think about it and write down one way COVID-19 or the coronavirus has changed your life. Now, let's look at changes due to trauma and the negative impacts of changes. We'll start with number 1. The change would be schools closed unexpectedly due to COVID-19. One negative impact of that change is that you are now unable to see your friends. Number 2, moving from one home to the next. For example, if a home is destroyed in a natural disaster such as flooding, the negative impact of having to leave your home or your community might be isolation or loneliness, because you may now have to go to a community where you do not know many people and you might even be leaving your family and friends behind. Number 3, unable to see a loved one. This can be due to death. A negative impact of such a traumatic experience can be sadness. So now that we've discussed some changes that you can experience and some negative impacts of these changes, I would like you to now grab your pencil and your paper and think of 2 more changes that humans can experience and 2 impacts of those changes. Now, let's talk a bit more about coping. Coping means dealing with or managing negative feelings or situations. There are many different strategies for coping. Today, we will just discuss a few. Number 1, journaling. Journaling is writing down your experiences. A journal entry usually includes your name, the date, and whatever experience you would like to write about. There is a link. If you double click and open journaling activity sheet, you will get a free printable sheet that you can practice journaling on. Number 2, create a new routine or keep your routine. When things change, we sometimes feel like we are losing control of what is happening around us. A great way of maintaining or keeping control of your life is developing a routine, something that you can do every day or something that you can do with the new free time that you may have. If you double click daily routine worksheet, it will lead you to a free printable worksheet. Number 3, talk to a trusted adult. Example, your guidance counselor or officer, a teacher, or even your parents. Sometimes talking to someone else is the best way of dealing with the impact of changes. Number 4, get active. Getting active is another great strategy that you can use. Getting active includes dancing, yoga, and even exercising. We have attached here a great exercise routine for kids. Be sure to get your parents' permission before following along. Number 5, get creative. Getting creative is a great way of dealing with the negative impacts of changes. A few ways one can get creative is by arts and craft, drawing, and even painting. Here is a quick video of how you can make some paper fishes using items you can find at home. Coping with the negative impacts of change. Now this is an activity for you, so you can grab your paper and pencil. Identify 2 strategies you are going to try in the next week. So you can write, I plan to try, and you can select 2 strategies that you think you would like to try out of the 5 that we would have identified. Share this with someone in the home. What did I learn today? Number 1, traumatic experiences can cause change. Number 2, there are coping strategies that I can practice to help me cope with changes. Now for a follow-up activity. You may want to get your parent or guardian for this one. Think about one change you have experienced and practice one of the coping strategies discussed. Once done, please follow the link below and give your feedback. The link is there in orange. Once you click the link, you will have 3 simple questions to answer. Once you have answered those 3 questions, you can click submit. Thank you for tuning in.